Hey, Steelers Nation, welcome back to the channel, your go-to spot for all the latest news, rumors, and hot takes on our Pittsburgh Steelers. Before we dive into today's big story, do me a favor, smash that like button, subscribe if you're new here, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. The team is gearing up to make some key moves this offseason, and trust me, you're going to want to stay tuned because today's news could have major implications for the team's future. All right. Let's jump into the headline that's got everyone talking. The Steelers' potential trade for veteran quarterback Matthew Stafford and what that could mean for the future of the black and gold. Plus, we'll break down the latest on Najee Harris and whether the team is ready to move on from their former first-round pick. Stick around till the end because I want to hear your thoughts. Would you make these moves if you were in charge? Let me know in the comments. So first up, Matthew Stafford. According to Jordan Schultz of Bleacher Report, the Los Angeles Rams would demand a first-round pick in return for trading Stafford. Now, at 37 years old, Stafford still has that rocket arm and playoff experience that could elevate the Steelers' offense, but is a first-round pick too steep a price for a short-term solution? That's the big question that fans and analysts are debating right now. Stafford and the Rams are expected to revisit his contract this offseason, especially after a renegotiation in 2024 left him with little guaranteed money. He's set to earn $58 million over the next 2 seasons, which is no small number. The Rams are hesitant to commit to that kind of cash, especially with a young core they need to lock up. As a result, teams from around the league have been calling about Stafford's availability. Now here's where the Steelers come in. With the quarterback situation still up in the air, adding a proven vet like Stafford could give the team a reliable starter while they groom a future franchise quarterback. Imagine Stafford's deep ball connecting with George Pickens or orchestrating a game-winning drive at Acrisure Stadium. But let's be real. Giving up a first-round pick for a QB who might only play a couple more seasons is a tough pill to swallow, especially when the team has other holes to fill. Plus, with Stafford's age and injury history, there's always the risk that he might not be able to stay healthy for an entire season. But there's also a flip side. Stafford's leadership and experience could be exactly what this young offense needs. His presence could help develop younger players and bring a level of confidence to the team that's been missing. And let's not forget, Stafford proved he can still perform at a high level, leading the Rams to a playoff berth last season. The question is whether the Steelers are willing to sacrifice future draft capital for a shot at competing right now. Speaking of other needs, let's talk about the backfield. Reports suggest that the Steelers might not bring back Najee Harris, despite his 4 straight 1,000-yard seasons. Why? Well, as Mark Kaboly from The Athletic pointed out, the Steelers need a running back who can turn a 10-yard gain into a 40-yard touchdown. And while Harris has been consistent, he hasn't shown that explosive breakaway ability. Over his career, Harris has averaged 9 yards per carry, with his longest run being just 37 yards. Meanwhile, Jaylen Warren, an undrafted free agent, has flashed big play potential and could step into the starting role. Plus, with a deep running back class in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Steelers could find a talented rookie to pair with Warren and save some money in the process. Players like Tre'Veyon Henderson from Ohio State or Quinshon Judkins from Ole Miss could bring that explosive playmaking ability that the team is looking for. But let's not overlook what Harris has meant to this team. He's been a workhorse, taking on a heavy workload every season and showing up every game. His durability and toughness are qualities you can't ignore. And let's not forget, behind a struggling offensive line, Harris still managed to produce solid numbers. The question is whether the Steelers can find more bang for their buck by pairing Warren with a dynamic rookie who can break off big plays. Financially, the decision also makes sense. With Harris's market value projected at $9.2 million per year, re-signing him could limit the team's ability to address other needs, like strengthening the offensive line or adding playmakers at wide receiver. By letting Harris walk, the Steelers could free up cap space to build a more balanced and explosive offense. All right, Let's jump into today's headline that's got everyone talking: Hall of Famer Chris Carter's direct indictment of Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin and the organization's lack of commitment. Plus, we'll break down what this means for George Pickens and why adding a veteran presence on offense could be the key to unlocking his full potential. Stick around till the end and share your thoughts in the comments. So, what's the buzz? Despite making the playoffs the last 2 seasons, the Steelers' postseason struggles continue, leaving fans frustrated and hungry for change. But Carter believes the team's issues go beyond the roster, pointing to a lack of discipline and overall commitment holding the franchise back. On the Up and Adams show, Carter didn't hold back. The Pittsburgh Steelers have a couple problems at a couple different positions. It's not because of lack of talent, it's because of lack of overall discipline, lack of overall commitment to the program and what they are trying to do. Carter's comments hit home, especially regarding star wide receiver George Pickens. While Pickens has undeniable talent, his on-field demeanor and occasional distractions have raised concerns. Carter suggested that the Steelers need to surround Pickens with veteran leadership to help guide his development. "You need to get another veteran receiver with him, Pickens," Carter said. DeAndre Hopkins, Amari Cooper, guys that have really established themselves not only as consistent wide receivers, but as great role models. And let's be honest, Steelers Nation, the offense could use the boost. A veteran receiver wouldn't just elevate the passing game, but could also help Pickens mature and maximize his potential. Meanwhile, the defense also came under fire, with Carter noting a lack of energy and effort during the final stretch of the regular season. Players seemed to lose their fire, missing tackles and failing to fly to the ball. Tomlin, known as one of the most respected coaches in sports, needs to reignite that passion and commitment heading into 2025. While some critics argue his message is getting stale, Tomlin's recent contract extension ensures he'll remain at the helm for at least the next few seasons. So what's the verdict, Steelers Nation? Should the team go all in for Stafford and try to win now, or stick with a younger QB and build for the future? And when it comes to the ground game, would you re-sign Harris or roll with Warren and a rookie? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one. And before you go, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you next time. Here we go, Steelers.